All right, let's dive right in. In this explainer, we're going to break down a much smarter way to build your personal brand, one that's all about profit, not just chasing popularity. I want you to really think about that for a second. This one question pretty much flips everything we've been told about social media success on its head. It kind of suggests that the very numbers we're all chasing might be a total trap. So, if you've ever felt like you're just posting content into a black hole, well, this is for you. We're going to lay out a super clear system to build a brand that actually, brings in business. Let's start by tackling the biggest myth out there, the follower count. We all get so caught up in this numbers game, but it's time to see why that's a seriously flawed way to think about it. Okay, picture this. It's a real-world thing. You got a creator with 50,000 followers who literally can't get people to buy a simple $10 ebook. How does that happen? Well, their audience was built on random viral memes, not on any real interest in what they actually do or sell. Now, what's so great about this slide is how it breaks it all down. On one side, you have this huge, generic crowd just chasing trends. They're nearly impossible to engage and even harder to monetize. But on the other side, you've got this small, dedicated tribe of fans who are genuinely obsessed with your field. And guess what? They're the ones who are actually eager to buy. And that brings us to the most important rule of all. Quality beats quantity every single time. A small group of the right people is way more valuable than a massive crowd of the wrong ones. Getting this is the first huge mindset shift you have to make. So how do you attract those high-quality followers? Well, it all starts with owning your expert niche. It's about making that crucial shift from being a jack of all trades to a master of one. Ask yourself that right now, and be honest. If the answer is no, or even a hesitant maybe, you've got a problem. But don't worry, it's an incredibly common one. You see, this is one of the biggest mistakes in personal branding. When you try to appeal to absolutely everyone by talking about a million different things, you don't stand out. You just blend in. You become background noise. But when you focus on one single niche, everything changes. Suddenly, you're memorable for that one thing. People start to trust you faster because you're not all over the place. You're seen as an elite expert in your little corner of the world, which, guess what, automatically starts attracting the right kind of followers, those high-quality fans we were just talking about. Okay, now we're getting to the really powerful stuff. Once you're seen as the go-to expert in your niche, you can stop chasing down work and start building a system that brings opportunities directly to you. I want you to just let that sink in for a second. A well-built personal brand. It works for you around the clock. It never calls in sick. It's constantly out there, selling your expertise to potential clients, even while you're sleeping. And this whole inbound system is actually a pretty simple three-step process. First, you establish yourself as the niche expert. Second, you consistently share valuable content. And the natural result is step 3, clients start coming to you. Your brand literally becomes an automated lead machine. This is the ultimate goal, right? It's the difference between constantly hustling for your next gig and just having a steady stream of amazing leads knocking on your door. Okay, so you get it. You need to be a niche expert and share valuable content. But what does that actually mean? Like, what in the world are you supposed to post? Let's break down a beautifully simple 2-part formula. This right here is your content engine. Part 1 is all about education. You build trust by teaching people what you know. Then, part 2 is proof of work. You build credibility by showing what you do. We're talking case studies, behind-the-scenes snippets, client results. This combo proves you don't just talk the talk, you actually walk the walk. All right, so you've got the mindset, you've got the niche, and you've got the content strategy. Now for the final critical piece of the puzzle. Where do you actually do all of this to get the best results? Because let's be real. Every business has a perfect platform where their ideal clients hang out. But if your goal is to land those high-value clients and build your professional authority fast, well, there's one clear winner. Yep, LinkedIn. And I know, it's not just for finding a job anymore. When it comes to building a profitable personal brand, it is an absolute superpower. So why does this strategy work so darn well on LinkedIn? It's simple, really. The entire platform is literally designed for professional networking and for building authority. It gives you the most direct path to connect with high-quality clients and turn your knowledge into a real business. So let's bring all this together. We've basically laid out a whole new playbook for you, and it's a fundamental shift in how you think, moving from being just a poster to becoming a strategic builder. And this just illustrates the two paths perfectly. The old way, the poster's way, is all about follower counts, being a generalist, and constantly hunting for clients, which, let's be honest, almost always leads to burnout. But the new way, the builder's way, is about audience quality, owning a niche, and attracting clients. And the end result there isn't just survival, it's profit. So, at the end of the day, it really comes down to this question. You now have the playbook to stop chasing vanity metrics and start building a real, profitable brand. The choice is yours.